www.hoodg.com. Yeah, we got the Godcast crew necks, hoodies, hats. If you don't know where to go to get them, www.hoodg.com. Go get you that Godcast gear, that brand Nubian gear. We got Rod Digger gear, all of that. Go to www.hoodg.com. www.hoodg.com. Hey, yo, peace, family. This is Lord Jamar for the Yanadameen Godcast. And if you watch the Godcast, you know my number one sponsor is Miracle Food. That's right, Miracle Food, the perfect cleanse and reboot for a healthy immune system. And these times, you know, a healthy immune system is very important. It's also anti-inflammatory. Miracle Food has Moringa, black seed oil, Beet Root oil. It also contains CBD. Miracle Food is just what it says. Miracle Food. Brought to you by my brother, the Chakra Doctor. So this is a black-owned company, y'all. We promote black-owned companies here on the Godcast. Okay, so go to chakradoctor.org and get your Miracle Food today. Tell them Lord Jamar sent you. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace.
What the Guan family? We back in this bitch.
Cheer.
It's Virgo season. Shout out to all the Virgos. Artie Stacks was good.
What's good, Lord Jamar, my brother? What's cracking?
I'm glad we back. I'm glad you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
You.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Godcast family? I see y'all. Where my usual suspects at? Where my usual suspects? I know we starting a little later than usual. That's because the free God said he needed a little time. He will be joining us. The free God will be joining us.
Salute.
Unfortunately, Digga's still moving around. Digga's moving around. There was a fucking tornado and hurricanes and all kind of shit last night in the East Coast, and there was a lot of flooding. I hope everybody is safe out there. Hopefully, you know, you didn't get it too bad in your area, or you didn't get any damage to yourself or your property. Things were actually, you know, not bad in my general area, but I've definitely saw a lot of destruction, a lot of videos of, you know, flooded subways and, you know, flooded streets and all of that. So shout out to everybody that was dealing with that. Digga said she had to make her way from Jersey back down south, and she was just dealing with all that. So she can't be with us today, but trust me, Digga loves us. She loves you, and she will be back. She will be back.
Word. Shout out to Digga.
Now, right now, make sure once you join right now, make sure you click that like button. You share this video, and you also subscribe. When you subscribe, you click that notification bell and you click all so that you will be notified about all things Godcast that drops on this bitch, huh?
Let's get it.
Now, I'm trying to stall. Now, I assume, Mr. Stacks, you have some questions for us, yes?
As always,
you got some topics, right? Okay.
Sure,
because I know something happened today. Something dropped today visually on the internet that I know everybody here wants to talk about. And I'm just trying to wait for my brother, Mr. Godfrey, so we don't have to necessarily rehash anything. We can talk about it.
Did I miss something?
Did you miss something?
Did I miss something on the commute? Did I miss something on my commute here?
Probably. Let me pull it up. Hang on. Okay, let's see. Boom. 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 Man, I hate to even click on this fuck shit.
What is it, man? I'm intrigued, man. I must have
missed
something. What?
Don't be. Hang on. I'm trying to find a bigger picture of this fuck shit.
What?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Now I'm super curious, Lord J.
Hang on a second.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody's super curious, right?
Yeah. Something dropped. Is it hip hop or what?
Curious.
What's going on here, Lord J? Hip hop or music?
I ain't no
politics, sports?
You know, hip hop that happened.
You say what?
It ain't no hip hop that happened. It's some bullshit that happened.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your boy is at it again. He's trying to, maximize his 15 minutes of fame.
Oh,
his music is trash. Here it is. So his music is trash. So he's resorting to all these fucking gimmicks and bullshit.
Okay.
So hang on a second.
I think I got a good clue of who you're speaking of.
Yeah, it's your homeboy.
Lil Diddy. Lil Diddy back at it again.
Not Little Diddy, little. Oh yeah, Lil Diddy. Lil Diddy.
Lil Diddy.
Lil Nas Diddy.
Little Nas Diddy.
Lil Nas Diddy. Okay.
Oh man, I'm not hip, man. What happened?
All right, so I'm gonna screen share, right? I'm gonna screen share with the people. Godfrey's not here yet. I'm gonna screen share this fuck shit, and I'm not gonna keep this up too long because I don't even really want to
I hope it ain't no sword fighting.
Adulterate ourselves with just these satanic images. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
But
can you just tell us
a satanic?
Don't put it up.
I'm putting it up. It's definitely a satanic image. Oh, here's Godfrey. Beautiful, right on time. Ladies and gentlemen, straight from his stint at the Wilding Out show and many more shows. He's also on the Snoop Dogg show, but god damn it, he's the Godcast God. Ladies and gentlemen, Godfrey.
Yeah. Am I turning this over?
Turn it to the side. Wide to the side. There you go. Bronx Bombers. Oh, come on, baby. You got the right shirt on.
What up?
How are you?
Godfrey? Yeah. Stacks. Artie Stacks in the building.
We got Artie Stacks up in this bitch. Digga couldn't make it. I figured since it was just going to be you and I, that I would have Artie Stacks come and just toss us the questions and stuff, the topics.
Okay.
But I'm starting with the first topic because he's not even aware of this, right?
Okay.
So let me go to my screen share, and we're going to talk about this fuck shit right here.
No, man, I can't unsee it. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Lord Jesus, remember the honeymooners?
Hey yo, Ralph. You see this fucking shit over here?
It's a man. He's pregnant.
You see this fuck shit over here?
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah. Yo. Hey.
Yeah. So your boy's back at it. He's back at it. He's making you dark-skinned niggas look really bad right now.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What?
Hey, man, we got different. Everybody has different. Like, we have different departments in the light and the dark skin and the brown.
Well, God damn it, he's making y'all's department look bad right now.
Nah, well, we got plenty of dark people holding it up.
Huh?
Hold on. Let me get this off. Let me get this off because Lord Jamar, this is perfect. Because I was going to start the show off with my first question. I was going to ask you. This is perfect. Question number 1 for tonight. Your current take on the state of the union, the state of hip hop.
It's fucking whack. But I want to congratulate Nas for being #1 on the Billboard charts. That King's Disease Part 2 is a masterpiece, and it just gives you hope that the pendulum might be swinging back because Busta's doing great shit, Nas is doing great shit. I mean, I feel like the pendulum is moving a little bit because that's a big statement for me. The fact that Nas hit #1 out of all this quagmire of fucked up hip hop, maybe that they might consider starting to shift back to real lyricism and I don't know,
Nas, Lloyd Banks.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff being made, man. The way we rhymed, the way like you guys was rhyming, that shit ain't old. That shit don't go nowhere. That's fucking hip hop. You're supposed, this humming and shit. It's a different style, but that's not foundation. That's not evergreen shit.
Factoid.
Because to me,
classic shit. It's not
because
classic.
You want to rhyme the way you rhyme back in the day. That's how people talk. This whole trickster shit, hibbity, you can't do that shit for even Das Effect stopped going skibbity hibbity. They stopped that shit.
So real quick, let's just address this fucking bullshit. So they got this guy basically in a bride's shit, kneeling as if, with some prosthetic to make him look as if he's pregnant.
That shit is hysterical because he's just trying to shock people. He
and
knows
this is what I'm telling
react.
y'all. Like, and it's only gonna get worse. I'm telling y'all, there's gonna be a public dick sucking before this is all over. Like, trust me, he's gonna do some crazy shit like that. Like, he's gonna take it so far over the edge that it's not even gonna be. It's gonna be insane. And all I'm saying is, at that point, please, people. Because I almost feel bad for even showing y'all that. But please, people, do not look at the public dick sucking that he does. Do not look at do not look at his public ass reaming, okay? Because that's what the fuck is coming next. That he has to do shocking shit. Yeah. The only record you can really remember is that Old Town Road shit. None of y'all can sing none of his records. Like some people, like some people that used to do a lot of shocking shit, like Madonna. I was gonna say Madonna was shocking in her day, right? But she at least had some songs. Like her songs were actually kind of
Madonna got a lot of hits.
Yeah, this just brought out a lot of hits. And then she combined it with the fuckery and the extra sexuality, and that took her over the top. but this guy don't even have no fucking music that's really resonating with the people. All he's doing is gay antics. This shit is crazy.
Here, I have a new joke about the LGBT. I talk about, I say, you know what? LGBT barbecue. Let me tell you something.
He said barbecue.
Let me tell you guys.
BBQ.
Let me watch. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they open up a barbecue, a gay barbecue place called LGBT barbecue.
Uh-oh. But they're gonna use a white sauce.
They're gonna, and it's gonna be like
they're gonna smother the meat in a white sauce.
So I say this on stage,
like Salisbury steak.
It's not homophobic or anything, but I say here's the problem with LGBTQ this year. The gay community of now, I said your gays are whack. Our gays were the shit. I said our gays were dope, and everyone's like, wait a minute. I go, we have Elton John, we have Queen, we had
the Village People.
We had better music. We had Village People. Where's your music? You guys bitch. You complain. You're mad about pronouns, but you ain't got no music. Where's your music about pronouns?
You know what they're gonna say? You know what they're gonna say?
Tracks? Where's your beats? You don't have shit.
They're gonna say hip hop.
No, motherfucker.
Hip hop is their music right now.
Hip slop. That shit is whack. It's not. It's hip hop ain't your shit.
Bounce.
Whack.
Bounce.
And we're sure we had probably some gay rappers back in the day. This didn't say nothing, but I'm saying, where's your music? We had Elton John. Have you seen his anthology? That man got hits. Where are your hits? I'm still standing, looking like a true survivor. Another one bites the dust. Y'all got nothing.
Motherfucking Luther Vandross, nigga.
Thank you.
Right, get the fuck out of here. Huh?
Freddie Jackson.
Freddie Jackson.
That motherfucker was wearing shoulder pads in his suits. He was gay as hell.
Gay as hell, but they sing their motherfucking ass off. They was actually talented, right?
Let me ask
Jenny
this question.
Pendergrass was with a fucking transgender.
Well, that's a.
Yeah, she looked like a woman though. He
didn't know. From what I understand, he didn't know that was a transgender.
You know what? You know how he fucked up? He said
that was a Transformers. Huh?
No, he said turn out the lights.
And let's get
cozy. Wow.
Whoa. Those balls? Whoa.
And then when he saw the dick, he said, I guess I gotta let it go.
Wow.
Looks like another love TKO.
Looks like she got what I got. That's
I couldn't believe when she saw the dick. I had to leave her.
Okay, so whether gay or straight, this is the question I got. Whether gay or straight, when it comes to the artists and let's say the state of hip hop, right? When I ask you guys what you feel like is the state of hip hop, I always wonder this in the back of my mind. So I want to ask this question. Do you feel like the artists of today are not superstars because of the medium? So when we were coming up, we had superstars that were broken, acts that were broken on television, radio, and film. Now with technology and the internet, anybody can just upload their music on the internet.
Anybody.
So do you feel like that's the reason why superstars are seen less today? Like we don't have like Michael Jacksons and you know what I mean? Is it because of the internet?
Yes.
Versus the label would put a budget up and the label would have you on the radio, television, magazine, movies. We don't see that today.
Well, yes and no. Like, you know, some of these major artists, you see them in all those genres. You know what I mean? Like they're on the radio and you know what I mean? Somebody like a Drake has probably hit all of those genres at some point. You understand? He's a major artist. He would be considered a superstar. I think it's just less talent. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Like you got superstars right now. Like some would say Lil Nas X is a superstar, but he's not talented. Like, you know, you might say that 6ix9ine is a superstar in a way, even though he's not all over the chart.
What does he do? Like, just snitch on people?
That's what I'm saying. He's not. A lot of these guys are just popular. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It's more of a popularity. I always say that it's more of a popularity contest now. Back then, it was a talent contest. You were in a talent contest, and the ones who were the most talented were usually the ones that rose to the top. Now, you're in a popularity contest. So it's now
rewarded foolishness now.
Whoever's the most popular wins. And so how do you become popular a lot, right? You become popular by taking things that are already popular and making it part of you. So how do I do that? I take designer clothes. That's popular. I take jewelry. That's very popular. I take money. Of course, that's cars, all of those popular things. And I try to bring that into my repertoire to make me popular. You know what I mean? When at the end of the day, it's supposed to be about the music making you popular, but now it's just about what a motherfucker has, how they look, and how swaggy, what their swag is.
Well, like you were saying, everything that they do, we did. It's about the look. But we had the talent to back it up. Not saying that there wasn't some whack motherfuckers, but the talent was the first thing in the forefront. Like, we can go all the way from Motown. Motown was about, you better be a bad motherfucker. You're gonna look good. You're gonna your dance routine, but you are everybody was talented. Okay, someone gave me a comparison. They were like, Beyonce, okay, dope, blah blah blah. I go, yeah, Beyonce's dope. I like Beyonce, but compared to what? She's not competing against anybody. I said they were comparing Michael Jackson and Beyonce. I go, that's not a comparison, my friend. Michael Jackson, his level of talent, Beyonce don't even come close. I'm sorry. I said, Michael Jackson was a star when he was little. And you have to understand, he was Jackson 5. Then he was the grown Jacksons when it was just the Jacksons. And then he went solo. And he had so many phases of his life. And remember, Diana Ross introduced the Jacksons to Berry Gordy. He said, these motherfuckers from Gary, Indiana, do you know how cold you got to be for Diana Ross to go, when Stevie Wonder was like, that kid right there. Everybody was cold at Motown. Everybody was dope. There was no sloppy shit. Everybody could sing and dance and blow. Michael stood out.
And if you didn't know how, they was going to learn you. They was going to get taught.
That you will get taught your routines, and you compare that, and you go, Michael was going against Janet. All of them were going against competition. Luther was around. Whitney was around. Everybody was around. Jeffrey Osborne. Everybody was dope back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Everybody was dope. So now these artists now aren't competing against really anything. I'm surprised they still have award shows. They need to put that shit on hiatus. Who the fuck is winning awards?
But here's the thing, real quick. Like, there is still mad talent out there, though. Like,
yes, of course.
I see dudes every day on the internet. I just saw a dude earlier today, speaking of Luther Vandross. I seen a dude who he raps too, but this motherfucker was singing some Luther Vandross, and I'm telling you, he was killing it. Then the new thing I'm seeing is guys playing instruments on fucking, little clips, and they're playing over records and shit. There's this guy with an afro, I believe his name
I've seen that.
Fernando Rojas, I believe his name is. And he plays the bass, and he got this old school look, and he is dope as the fuck. There's another kid that looked like Stevie J that wears these Scullies, and he be playing the bass on the keyboard and on the guitar sometimes. Yeah. And these motherfuckers is talented as a motherfucker, but they'll never be at the top of the charts these days because, Who the fuck listens to an album of just like instrumentals anymore? Like a bass player could actually been blown up back in the 70s. Freddie Hubbard and them niggas.
But don't you
okay, guys, I think the common thread, there's a common thread though. When Godfrey was talking about the Motown, right? I think back then compared to now, my question is the common thread, the reason why there were more superstars there. Let's just say the talent is still there yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Okay, that the talent is there. But the difference that I want to know is the labels were more prevalent. They were more prevalent. Excuse me. Prevalent. They were more prevalent. So they had an A&R department, a marketing department to make sure that they created the superstars. Now we're seeing less of a role from the label, and the internet is here and everybody's just putting out whatever. So my question is, do you feel like it's the internet that is helping to downplay the rise of superstars versus back in the day when the label controlled it?
Well, I think that it's a big money saving thing too. It's a big, they've saved a lot of money. They don't need to use A&R people. They don't have to use in studio musicians anymore. It's just people being fucking greedy and cutting corners so they can put more money in their pockets. So they would rather, it's like the music has GMO in it now. Now it's like genetically moderated shit now. You know what I mean? It's like easy. They manufacture shit so much easier now, and they just force it down people's throat. They're forcing us this music. They don't have to be playing this shit. They can show us talented people, but they would rather go, America's pretty stupid. The world's pretty stupid. They're going to go for this shit. You know?
See, everything has its pros and cons.
Right.
You finish? I didn't want to cut you off.
I'm done. I'm done.
Everything has its pros and cons, and it's like, you know, the internet has actually made it easier for the average person to make entry into into the market. Okay. Whereas before, the labels were the gatekeepers of you even being able to get into this shit. And a lot of times they would exclude people that shouldn't have been excluded. So now certain people have more opportunity to be introduced. But when it comes to getting blown up, like all of these motherfuckers that might be introduced on the internet, they're getting blown up because they end up signing with majors and all of that type of shit. So to me, the majors are the ones who's always fucked up the music industry. It's not the internet fucking it up. It's the majors fucking it up. They're the ones who are deciding this guy's going to be a superstar and that guy. I've seen it many times back in the days. And I used to say, like, at the label, like, I used to get, you know, when I first got signed, and I'm all naive about shit, but I'm analyzing how the shit goes. I'm like, yo, if y'all really wanted to make our shit pop, like y'all can make it pop. I see you do this shit every day. Y'all put money behind some shit that's horrible. And that shit will go if y'all decide you want it to go.
Okay.
Now we got some shit that's popping. You know what I mean? We got some shit that's popping, but you're not putting the same support behind it that you'd put behind, you know,
other like a bigger budget. Yeah,
exactly. Like we was on the same label with people like Anita Baker. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, we're not getting the same push that Anita Baker is going to get. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if we did get that push, if they did decide to push that button on us, then we would have been a multi-platinum fucking group. You know what I mean? Which would have been dangerous for them because, you know, being conscious and having that type of power back then, that was almost like having political power, like almost starting your own political party. You know what I mean? And I think it was dangerous for people like us to be able to wield that kind of power. So they had to stop us at a certain point. You know, all of a sudden our shit mysteriously stopped around 400-something-thousand. You know,
they control everything, man. They can control our number. They do the same thing with our numbers on Instagram. They can shut people down, shadow ban. They've never not controlled anything. Never. Look at Michael Jackson. That fucker's gone. You think that shit was accident? Fuck. Come on, man. They could
Prince.
They were like, yeah, Prince. Why are they all gone? Why is Sam Cooke gone when he opened up his own label? All of a sudden he got, come on. This shit is all, they control all this shit. Sometimes it looks like it's not controlling. It looks like it's random. None of this shit is fucking random. They plan this shit for a long time. And entertainment is a way they use a lot of fuck shit. They use a lot of things to brainwash people, to get people to do shit. Everything is planned. Commercials are planned. When they show commercials, first of all, commercials are so fucking smart. Like in the daytime, what do we see? We see commercials about diapers, all the stuff that mothers use. Daytime, we talk about, shitty little colleges like Everest College, because a lot of bum and unemployed motherfuckers that don't want to do nothing with their life are watching Jerry Springer. Everything is planned, A
lot of medicine and prescriptions.
Everything is planned. They know what the fuck you're going to do. They know what this is going to do. They know what that's going to do. They do the same shit with music. The shit is vibrating at it's at a low vibration now. It's at a low vibration now. And that's why do you think everybody's fucking numb? They're numb right now. The music is numbing. And then when they hear our music, they go, whoa, what? Oh shit. I go, it's a higher vibration. We were vibrating at a higher level. This music is purposely vibrating low to keep people numb. That's what I think the music is now. It's just numbing ass shit, man.
Why would you think that they want to keep the people numb, Godfrey?
Oh, to control. It's all about control. It's no different than church. It's no different than school. It's all about controlling. And I'm preaching to the choir. It's all about control. When you keep people numb, guess what they do? They buy your bullshit ass products. They vote for you, right? When you tell them to take something, they'll take it because you need people who are numb. You know what I mean? That's where sales comes from. Why do they sell exercise videos at the late at night? They sell all that beach body shit, XPX90, because motherfuckers are coming home from partying and they're fat and lazy and they're high and they go, hey, you need to exercise. And you're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? They know what they're doing. You keep people numb. You keep people thinking they can't exercise, so you give them a pill. Why do you think all these pills are making so much money? Are you tired of being overweight? Take this pill. When you should be eating right and fucking getting your ass out there and exercising. You know what I mean? And then if you want to exercise, they got something for that. So it's just it's all a control thing, man.
Okay. Now, Lord Jamar, you had mentioned there's pros and cons to the technology of the internet when it relates to music. Can you give us what some of the cons would be of artists using the internet?
I mean, some of the cons would be that just untalented people can gut up there and just put their shit up there. You know what I mean? Like
diluting the market.
Yeah. So that's a con, but then a pro is that talented people can put their shit up there, so it just goes either way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The difference, can I tell you real quick, the difference between an untalented person and a talented person? A lot of times an untalented person will compensate with tenacity, will compensate with what's the word? Their fucking consistency. They know they're untalented, but what they compensate for is their consistency, their hung. They'll keep coming. They'll keep a talented person. A lot of people I know talented, they don't want to work that hard. They got the talent. They're like, I ain't doing all that shit. I'm talented enough that you should look at me, see me, but now the talented have to be like, they have to work like they're untalented with the internet. Because look at how many untalented, horrible motherfuckers are making millions and got 1 billion followers, and their shit be average at best. But they have reliability, they have consistency. They compensate with because they want to be famous so badly. But talented people usually pick and choose. They go, and the powers that be don't always like the talented motherfuckers, because talented motherfuckers be like, nah, you ain't trying. Nah, I need to get paid this much. Nah, fuck that. You ain't doing that to me. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So that whole talentless people, because there was a time where the lines weren't blurred, where when we watched TV, when we were growing up watching TV, we were like, wow, there's Michael Jackson. Ooh, there's there's Wesley Snipes. Ooh, there's Brad Pitt. It was like there was another world. Like, wow, they do that and we do this. But now with reality shows, every knucklehead and their mama is a star now. So now other knucklehead motherfuckers go, I could do that shit too. I know people who want to say, I want to be a comedian. Where I go, are you sure you want to be? Or you just want to be because everybody's getting into entertainment? Are you sure you want to be a comedian? You sure you want to grind
what you really want to do?
Because the grind is real. I don't give a fuck.
Or do you think being funny on the internet is the same as being funny on a stage?
Hell no.
In front of fucking 500 people or whatever.
I'll say it again. Hell no.
Well, that was just a rhetorical question. That wasn't something that I really wanted you to answer.
Right.
Are you familiar, Godfrey? No, go ahead, Lord J.
No, I was just gonna say because like you can be humorous on the internet. Yo, people think I'm pretty funny on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, shit, people tell me I'm fucking hilarious, and I'm telling you that I'm terrified to fucking get on a stage and try to like craft some fucking jokes. Like, I give you so much credit for the bravery that I feel that it takes. I don't know why it's so like that. I feel like it's just so bold to just go out there and just like, you know what I mean?
And you're vulnerable.
You're very vulnerable.
Let me tell you about my crack problem, and I'm gonna make you laugh to people you don't know. It's some nerve. Like, what? Yeah, I used to smoke crack, right? I used to be a crackhead. Now, how are you gonna make this funny? It's a crazy art form. Like, how? I don't even know you. When we travel, if I was in Alabama last week. I would be in Philly. I mean, then next minute you're in Tennessee. Then you're in, and you go, I don't know you, but I'm funny. Watch this. And I have an hour to do it. And you paid for it. And you paid for it.
Wow.
I mean, that's how I feel about hip hop. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm so sure some people would feel, anxiety about, damn, I could never get up there and rap in front of people. And,
no doubt.
You know what I mean? Or do any kind of shit. But
people will be on the internet rapping and blah, 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 doing their shit. I go, but then when it's a live concert, live and in concert, are you going to do that same shit that you was doing in your living room? I said, do you really? Then my friend always says, do you really want the smoke? Do you want that smoke? But you're looking at it from outside like, wow, look at they get all this. I go, my friend, I'm trying to tell you, one thing about live performance, you have to meet your maker. You can do all your internet bullshit, but they're going to see you live and you better be prepared. The follow, like it's when people say, hey, you got some tips of comedy. I want to be a comedian. I go, here's a tip. Do you want this shit?
Now, Godfrey,
yes, sir.
Are you familiar with a couple of these internet comedians that are getting multi-millions of views? Two that come to mind: Country Wayne and Desi Banks.
Getting money.
And Desi Banks.
Those guys got numbers.
What's your take on them?
Does Country Wayne do real stand-up though? I feel like
they do real stand-up. They actually are working on the craft. I've never seen their act. Their videos online are funny. But I don't know them as I've never seen their shows before. So I've heard different things like, I've heard, oh, that was funny. They're okay. And I know they haven't been doing comedy that long. So you got to give people a pass and you got to let them wait till they, because comedy takes a long time to develop. I don't give a fuck how many followers you have, because those followers are going to come into that theater or whatever. And you have to have your shit developed on stage.
Now, I just had a thought.
So,
are we being?
I'm impressed by their numbers. What?
I just had a thought. Are we being like a little bit old school right now with our view of what a comic has to be? But no, hear me out. you know, because as time goes on, venues are going to change in a way. You understand what I'm saying? Some people, their venue is the internet. You know what I mean? Like for their style of comedy, their venue is the internet. And the only way that their funny is really going to come across is on the internet. It's not going to necessarily come across like that on stage. Like they actually need like camera angles and shit to change and all of that. You know what I mean? And shit to just appear, like to make the whole shit fun.
And most of it, Godfrey, most of it, like, are you familiar also with Desi Banks?
Of course.
He's another one. Okay, so most of their comedy is not really telling jokes on a stage. It's more like skits and stories, right?
It's skits and it's very Southern. A lot of Southern, like, because they're in Atlanta. And it's funny shit. And I go, that's funny, that's funny. And like Ha Davis, who's another funny motherfucker. Ha Davis and all. But they actually go live. They actually go to theaters. They actually go to comedy clubs and are, because if you're going to call yourself a comedian, then you got to show up and get on the microphone and perform.
Traditionally.
But I'm saying, if you call yourself a comedian now.
Well, what is a comedian? A comedian is somebody who makes people laugh.
A stand-up comedian.
See, no. You put the word stand-up. We just said comedian.
Well, these cats are saying I'm stand-up comics. I'm a stand-up comedian. Like,
well, I'm just saying now, there's a comedian.
There's comedic actors. There's prop comedians. There's different kinds. So this would be sort of like visual arts comedy. I think it would be like sort of like a visual arts comedy, not stand-up comedy, because I don't want to be in the same category as a motherfucker doing like green screen shit. That's not stand-up. That's just call it something else. That's all you got to do. I'm not taking your hustle away from you because I do sketches. I do that, but I don't call that stand-up comedy. It's a form of comedy, but that's more sketch, more scenario. There's ranting kind of comedies, you know, where people just rant. There's that. But stand-up is you go to the stage live. Right. That don't change. I don't give a fuck about
no, that don't change. But what I'm just saying, comedy in general, because there's also stand-up comedians that don't translate well on screen and shit like that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Funny, you know, on screen as they are on stage. Just like these guys might not be as funny on stage as they are on screen. So I'm just saying for certain people, I'm not saying stand-up comedians. I'm just saying in the age that we live in with all this new technology, we might be coming in an age where there's a new breed of comedian that, you know, where your proving ground was a stage, a physical stage, their proving ground is YouTube and TikTok and all this other shit.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The problem is that they go around going, I'm going to book myself at a comedy club. Because that's the mistake they make.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's what they shouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what they shouldn't do.
It because people are like, when can we see you live? When can we see you live?
Right.
People eventually want to see you live.
Well, and when you do that, that's when you better sit down and really do the study. Like I would actually like to sit down with you one day and like go through the science of like putting together a joke or, you know what I mean? Like there's a science to this shit.
Like I'll give you an example. I'll drop some science. Like my famous joke that I did about my dad. Like, when, you know, about people not believing that I was Nigerian, right? When I first started that joke, it was at a place called Boston Comedy Club down in the Village, where they used to have black nights on Sundays, Talent and all those dudes. So my first time I did that joke, it was like 10 people in the audience. And I said, hey, man, I need to start talking about my background because people don't really know. And I said, let me talk about that. I was born in Nebraska, raised by Nigerian parents, and raised in Chicago. There's something there. My first joke, and I didn't have shit to talk about my dad. I go, how do I fucking do this without making him look like an idiot? Because I don't want to do that. Right. So I'm on stage. I go, yeah, man, I'm Nigerian, right? I don't have shit. I'm Nigerian. When you call my father's house and he picks up the phone, you think you're talking to the Lion King. That was the first part of that joke. And I go, hello, can I speak to Godfrey? Godfrey's not here. Mufasa? And you see how you're laughing? That was the first time I said that piece, those sentences. That was the only thing I had about my dad. I didn't have shit else, but I said, ooh, I got something to work on.
But you're making this up on the fly.
On the fly. I just said, ooh, let me do the Lion King thing. I said, Godfrey's not here. And I got an explosive laughter. And so I worked the joke from there. Then I talked about that. Then I talked about my father and his discipline. Then I talked about my father talking about how poor they were. They were so poor, we had to walk 100 miles to school, this, right? And when we got to the school, it was not there. We had to build the school right there. We all the
building on it.
It was not there. We had to build the school.
I started to build it slowly. But guess what? It took a couple of hundreds of performances to get it to that point. That's what people don't understand.
So you finally had one joke about your father.
One joke about my dad.
It took a bunch of jokes in order to craft one joke. That's what you're saying,
right? And then when I did Comedy Central, I did Premium Blend, Tommy Davidson, and I did 7 minutes, and it was about my dad. Boom, boom, boom. Then I had a half-hour special. Then I did on Comedy Central, I did about 15 minutes on my dad. Then I did my special, and I did 45 minutes on my father and being Nigerian. But that took years and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of fucking stage time. That's how you fucking do it. I don't see how there's no other way, but that's how you craft a joke. You have to do it over and over. And what's weird is when you got one subject, you start to branch out to other shit. You go, oh, I could talk about that. Oh, your brain,
right?
The brain is amazing. It's like when you rap, when you guys, it's like stream of consciousness. It's like when you guys rhyme and you're like, yo, I'll put my mic, and you're still going like, oh shit. Your brain specializes in whatever you do, your brain specializes in that. And your brain does this thing, I always call it phenomena, where it goes, all right, it enhances what you do. And you'll do something going, damn, you blacked out. I was like, I just came up with that shit. It's like your brain specializes in something you do and then continues to just bring you more phenomenon within that subject.
Now, Godfrey,
as you keep,
I think people tend to forget. That you were the second African American to do the 7-Up commercials. How did that come into play? How did that come into play? Did that come prior to you telling jokes about your dad or after?
It came around the same time. Here's the thing. I was the probably the fourth person because there was Geoffrey Holder, the Uncola.
Yes, I remember that guy.
Yeah, Geoffrey Holder was a ballet dancer and it was on James Bond films. He was in Boomerang. Very distinguished. He was gay, yes.
I think my mom's no, for real. I feel like my mom's told me that when I was young. Like she was like, he's gay, like, Lord
Jamar. All right. Godfrey.
Nicola.
And he's from New York. I think he's from New York because I would see him when he was an older man. He was like 6'6". The guy was a big guy. And I would see him walking with his cane. I go, there goes Geoffrey Holder. Holy shit. And Geoffrey Holder did it. Remember Sugar Ray Leonard and his son did it? It was Sugar Ray Leonard, Dr. Pepper 7-Up, same company. And then it was, I think, Orlando Jones, I think, then me, I think so. But 7-Up always used people of color for some reason. Black people always did 7-Up because it was a Southern drink. It's a Southern company. And yeah, right after Orlando Jones, I got that I had a really good audition. I just kind of smoked everybody that did it. I just did well and got it. You know,
you had a bunch of those commercials. I seen them on YouTube. One was the 7-Up truck moving with the basketball rim on it.
That was dope.
Walking through the jail, walking on the beach. You had several. So did that?
I had several, man.
Did that piggyback off of your rise on the stage through comedy? You said it was around the same time.
Well, it helped. It helped my popularity. It helped your money. Okay. It helped your like, oh, that's the guy from the whatever. Let's pay him this much, you know. But I knew when I did that commercial, because I always wanted to be a spokesperson for an American product. Because we grew up watching commercials, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's Kmart. We watched people who were like the Mr. Donut guy, time to make the donuts. It was always a spokesperson. I always wanted to, boy, I would love to be a spokesperson for a product. And I became that. But the thing is I knew that it wasn't going to be forever. I knew I was like, this is good, move on. And, you know, because this is not going to be forever. And it wasn't forever. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, and it was something I can say I did. I'm very proud of what I did. That shit was fun as hell. What?
There you go. Listen, what else is going in the world right now? What else is going on in the world?
Yeah, so basically, before we move on, I had one more question that I wanted to ask Godfrey. Godfrey said that the internet comedians are getting that bag. Okay, they're getting multi-millions of views online. They're getting that bag. Are you saying that possibly it could be a takeover? That might be the new wave to get the bag. Versus, are they making more money versus the standard comedians doing stand-up comedy?
I can't really say because I don't know how everybody's getting paid. Because a lot of people are getting paid by sponsors. You're getting paid by Cash App. I can't really say that. I don't think it's a takeover.
Nigga, do you think any one of these niggas is getting more money than Kevin Hart?
No.
No. All right.
Hell no. Hell no. And
Case
he's a
closed.
Traditional comedian. So
Move on. Next question.
Okay.
All right. What else is going on?
Some notable in hip hop news. Did you guys hear that Kendrick Lamar announced that he's leaving TDE?
Yes, I did hear that. Kendrick Lamar's leaving his basically his label that, you know, blew him up and all that type of shit.
Well, okay, I'm sure there's a good reason, you know.
Yeah, I don't feel no emotional way about it. It's not like
his business.
Like why would we feel any way about it? Like, you know what I mean? Like it probably just ran its course. He probably can get some more money somewhere else. They both were beneficial to each other. I don't think it has to be any beef in that kind of situation or whatever. They both.
Yeah, I don't think there's no beef. There's no.
They
beef.
both upheld, you know, their responsibilities to each other. I know TDE got hella rich off of him, and he got hella rich off of working with TDE. So what the problem is? Like, you know what I mean?
What's the problem?
I think it's just that the fans are sad. They're hoping this might not be. They don't want it to be his last album.
Why? Do they think he's not going to make music anymore, or if he makes music somewhere else,
because he's been secluded,
different or something?
He's been secluded and he's been gone for a while, so people are feeling like he's stepping away from the game of music. Stop. He's been a recluse. We haven't seen him. Now he's leaving TDE, and there's talks about this might be his last album. So people are just kind of sad to see him go. If that's what's going to happen.
I mean, if that's what happens, you know, I mean, we've seen people do that like before. Fucking Andre 3000 just dipped out, and you know what I mean? Like,
he plays the flute now. have you seen him? Andre 3000 hair blown out.
For real?
What?
What?
He just plays the recorder flute and just walks around looking kind of crazy. He just
He's a new Pied Piper. Let me find out.
Well, I'm telling you.
Hey, young world.
Suck my dick.
Whoa. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I don't know what you started.
Whoa. All right, moving on.
Okay, my fault.
Lord Jamar,
I don't know. He just.
You know where I'm going to segue into this. Hey, young world.
What's
Hey,
young world?
Okay, rapper Pooh Shiesty.
Oh, again with this guy. What was going on?
What happened? Who is that guy?
Do you remember Pooh Shiesty, Lord
Yes,
Jamar?
he got accused of some tranny shit or something like that, and then he got locked up and all kind of shit.
Yes, right? And then he was because Godfrey, just to give Godfrey up to speed, and then rapper Pooh Shiesty went to get some Yeezys. He went to go buy some Yeezys, and he pulls up in a green, bright lime green McLaren in a parking lot to buy some Yeezys from some white boys and to get some narcotics. And what happened during the transaction, he showed the white boys his McLaren and then pulls out a gun and says, I'm not going to buy your Yeezys and your narcotics. Give it to me all now. Then he goes on the internet. He drops his Louis Vuitton bag full of money. But prior, he posted, you know, the money spread where they spread all the money across their forearm. And the feds matched up the serial number to the money that was in his Louis Vuitton bag.
Wait. Hang on. Hey, whoa. Let me get this straight real quick. Because I'm processing. So you mean to tell me, hang on. Wait. You mean to tell me.
Break it down, Jamar.
Not the phone.
Hey, hang on. Pooh Shiesty tried to rob some white boys of their narcotics.
Right.
And what else? Or narcotics and
some Yeezys.
Oh, and some Yeezys. Okay, hang on. Narcotics and Yeezys. He's in a McLaren doing this. As he tries to rob them, he drops a bag of money.
A Louis Vuitton bag. Like it was on, I guess, on the back of the car on the trunk.
So wait, are we sure that he was robbing them? Maybe he was just paying for his
Well, no, he pulled the burner out. He pulled the burner out.
But maybe he just wanted to show the gun. And then he was just saying, I'm just kidding. And he dropped the like, how do you lose your bag of money as you're robbing somebody? I don't get it. How the fuck does that happen? How stupid can you be?
So the feds matched when he did this on Instagram. When he did this on Instagram,
he did this right. He went like this, right? Right. And the feds went like this.
Yes.
Ooh, they blew it up. They pinched it. I could see serial numbers on that. Write it down. Does that match?
It matched the serial number to the money that was in the Louis Vuitton bag that he dropped at the scene off the McLaren.
Okay. Did he?
Can we just lock Pooh Shiesty up?
And then another
he
incident
wants to be locked up.
Yeah. Okay, and then so he's facing back-to-back concurrent charges. He did another incident at King of Diamonds. Are you two gentlemen familiar with King of Diamonds in Miami?
Yes, I am. It's a very nice establishment known for its wings. Its wings are very tasty at King of Diamonds. yes.
So
I know it is wing establishment. But anyway, go ahead.
Is the finger licking good?
It's very good. Very good. No, so dead ass. Their wings are the bomb in King of Diamonds. Seriously.
So what Pooh Shiesty did, he performed at King of Diamond and he had his skinnies on. His skinny jeans. Okay. With his Yeezys that he didn't pay for. And he was
with his Yeezys that he didn't pay for.
With the narcotics backstage that he didn't pay for either. Okay?
Right.
He just finessed.
No. With the narcotics in his system that he didn't pay for. You know, he popped a few fuckers before he got out there. He was geeking.
Rapper Pooh Shiesty had on skinny jeans and he had 40K in hundreds and 20s. So you know that's a big brick. And he stuffed it in his skinny jeans and was rocking the mic at King of Diamonds.
And he lost that money too.
And the 40 G's fell out of his pocket into the audience in front of the stage at King of Diamonds. And the people, they were knocking the money out of his jeans and grabbing for his money.
Fuck this nigga. Give me that money.
What does rapper Pooh Shiesty do?
Pulls out his gun and threatens the people in the crowd.
And then the security said, whoa, 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 you might not want to do that. So they grabbed rapper Pooh Shiesty.
That's what he really did?
Yes. He wanted to scare the people from taking the money because it fell.
He pulled out his gun. Hey, y'all, hey. Y'all better leave that alone.
He jumped down. He actually jumped down to try to get the money, but it was in a rubber band. So then he jumped back on stage so he can get a clear view to see who might have taken the money. And then he pulled the gun out. Security pulls him to the backstage.
Let's leave Pooh Shiesty out in the world. He's pretty funny. Like he got like
he shoots. I mean, he shoots the security guard in the leg. Now he's facing charges.
Nah, shoot Pooh Shiesty's out of here.
Okay, so now this was in Florida. So now it's not looking good for Pooh Shiesty. Okay, and Godfrey, if you don't know, Pooh Shiesty is Gucci Mane's artist.
Okay, first of all, his name is Pooh Shiesty. That's it. I'm Pooh Shiesty. I don't expect good things to come after the name Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty's in jail. Pooh Shiesty did some fuck shit at a strip joint. Pooh Shiesty, yeah.
Yeah, it goes with the name. Like it sounds.
Goes with the name.
Right. It doesn't sound like Pooh Shiesty just got a scholarship. Like you wouldn't really that doesn't really go together. Like,
just got the Nobel
Pooh
Prize.
Shiesty just donated to charity. That doesn't sound like something that
Pooh Shiesty just discovered a new molecular structure in the Pooh Shiesty sitting there with the molecule thing, like
Pooh Shiesty joined the Peace Corps. He's over in Bangladesh right now.
You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty just opened up a botanical garden.
He's trying to Pooh Shiesty is opening up schools and shit like that.
Pooh Shiesty just got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Hey.
Right. Get the fuck out of here. It's like, no.
I bet you Pooh Shiesty school opened up quicker than Umar's school.
Oh, you wrong. You wrong.
I know. All right. Good.
You wrong. Yo.
But it's true.
Do you believe that school's opening up?
Wait, hold on, Godfrey, hold on.
No, they're having a block party. I don't know.
Let me wrap up Pooh Shiesty, Godfrey, and we're gonna go into that. Let me wrap up Pooh Shiesty real quick. So Lord Jamar's definitely familiar with Pooh Shiesty. So Lord Jamar, the quick update. It's not looking good for Pooh Shiesty. He's facing 25 to 30 years.
Yeah, I mean,
damn.
Pooh Shiesty seems like he don't want to be outside. Like he wants a 25-year quarantine. Right. Because this nigga doing the most dumb shit that you can do. Like, okay, I'm gonna do a robbery in a car that is so distinct.
Right.
He was in a green McLaren.
Yeah.
Lime green
McLaren. I don't think that's gonna be hard to find. He pulled out a gun on me, took my Yeezys. Yeah. But fortunately, he dropped his bag of money. With his dumb ass, I just deducted what he owed me. I didn't want no more. So here, police, y'all can have the rest of it. I'm pretty sure I seen a picture of him with a money spread out earlier. If you go on his IG, I'm just saying maybe maybe you can match that up so you'll know that what I'm telling you is the truth and that's him. But yeah, I'm just saying.
Wow.
So what were you saying, Godfrey, about the school, man? What? You asked Lord Jamar.
No, I mean, I know I saw Dr. Umar on live the other day, and he gets a lot of numbers, man. Woo! And
it hit the whack.
Where is it?
Do you have that? I am the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I just want to let you know the schools are about to open. The schools are about to open. The schools are about to open. I am the Pan-African. I am the Prince of Pan-Africanism. All you coon-ass Negroes are not invited to the school. When the school opens up, you are not invited. You are not invited. I need you to send
When
cash.
the HVAC starts blowing, you will not be invited to be cooled down. I'm going to leave you in a hot room, and you will not partake of the HVAC.
We are bringing in the desk right now as we speak. The desks are coming. We have the gym getting fixed. We have doors being fixed. We got the gym. We got all the we got the science labs being fixed. Everything is happening right now. The Marcus Garvey chemistry lab. The Marcus Garvey. The George Washington Carver Cancer Center. I'm building that. And the next one is going to be the Dr. Umar racetrack. Dr. Umar racetrack for the track team. The Dr. Umar swimming pool. We are going to have an African swimming team. An African swimming team.
We're gonna swim from here to Africa.
We're gonna have Ramsey's swim team. It's gonna be the Ramsey swimming pool. It's gonna be
It's gonna be beautiful, brother.
Speaking
and
of
no coons. And the water will be from the Nile. The water will be from the Nile. We will ship the water from the Nile and put it in that pool because you will be swimming in majesty. You will not be swimming in the white man's water.
Swimming high in majesty.
We are not swimming in the white man's water. We will have the Nile, so we need money for the Nile water to be shipped into our pool. The Ramsey
that's about 25,000 a gallon.
The Timbuktu.
We gonna get it.
Woo!
25,000 a gallon, but you want your children swimming in majesty, I tell you. Oh,
Godfrey, that boy, Godfrey a fool, man. Godfrey used the word coon. That's gonna segue me, Godfrey. Use the word coon. Let's talk about your guys' thoughts on the Crepe challenge during the pandemic.
Jeez.
The Crepe challenge.
Now, I spoke about this at some point during another show. Who was it with?
Was it Smackwater?
I think it was with Smackwater. Okay. Shout out to my man Smackwater. But I will revisit it again because some people earlier said, talk about the Crepe challenge. All right. So the Crepe challenge. Some of the dumbest shit that niggas could be
building pyramids.
Could be doing, right? Building pyramids, right? So when I first watched it, I'm like, God damn, niggas is getting fucked up.
It was funny too.
Not one person I saw was able to do it until the nigga that was rolling the blunt did it.
Yeah, right? That was crazy.
After him, it seemed like a few other people started doing it. But here's the thing.
Did it in high heels and made it in high heels.
That was dope.
Listen, I watched a video though with Dane Calloway and his wife. And they were breaking down like the subliminals of this shit, and it was like, holy fucking shit. The main thing that I got from what they were saying, and that was crazy deep, is that subliminally, it's giving you an image. It's telling you, yo, if you try to rise to the top, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall on your way to try to ascend to that height that you're trying to get to. You're gonna bust your ass. So it gives you a psychological fear of trying to rise to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is why they had specifically black people doing it. Okay. So that it psychologically gives you a frame of reference of failure, of black people failing. And only a few of us can do this. But most of us are going to get hurt doing it. And there was another fucking image where, did you see the one where the young man kicked the goddamn crates out from the older gentlemen.
That was crazy.
Okay. That right there was symbolic to how the young generation has no respect for the older generation. Okay. And will be like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Right. It also creates a distrust for your fellow man, because now as I'm trying to ascend, I'm always looking around for this motherfucker that might try to kick me out from under the crates. So for a lot of people, they're not even going to try to ascend on those crates because you know, and they're not going to try to send in the crates of life because of the fear of failure. Okay. They also are breaking down how crates are a form of, you know, they hold goods, you know, they transport goods. At one point, we as Black people were the goods. Okay. And now we're transporting ourselves over a thing that transports goods. It was just a lot of subliminal
crates or hip hop. Crates or hip hop. The DJs
digging in the crates. Yeah, we used to keep records and shit in.
I kept books and that shit in college. Books.
I actually posted something on my story where it said, "Here's the new crate challenge," and they had people planting, you know, fruits and vegetables in crates. You know, filling them with soil and shit like that. And
I did a video. I did a video with the pipe and shit.
That was hilarious. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Good
crate challenge. Yeah.
You broke that down. You broke it down.
You haven't seen that one? I broke it down a little bit. You know, talking about.
Well, what were you saying in there?
I was saying, good day, everyone. Godfrey here. The crate challenge. Yes. As you can see, Black people building with a very weak foundation. You know, and as a Black man comes up, his own people don't believe he can make it. And then I said some shit like that.
You know see? What I mean? Think this is all the subliminals. Go on.
Yeah. And so I
talked about that. You talked about who's profiting off of people buying crates.
And I said, and now they're selling crates now. Now a Black man building a white man's business now. Now they're actually making money off of your foolishness. So now I talk about all that, and so everyone's like, you nailed that shit on the motherfucking head. And so at the end I said, good luck and keep your balance. Yeah, I think,
yeah.
I seen one lady fell down and twisted her, broke her ankle. It was literally like this.
I read where one woman died doing the shit. They were in a parking lot. You know how most of the time they do it with grass under them.
Grass.
It looked like they were in the parking lot of like a gas station or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
And this woman died. Like, come on, yo. Yeah, they didn't show the video of her dying, but it was like a picture, and it was like, I think it was a news clipping, and they said that, she died. I
seen one at the top, it was really long. And this chick with long legs, it looked like it was in Cali because you could see palm trees in the back. So she took her legs to try to get over onto the top one. And even if she made it to the top, how would she get down on the other side? Because it was so tall. She tumbled backwards. And the only thing that probably prevented her from dying is her body on the way down hit some of the crates that kind of like stopped the fall halfway. And then she fell
up too, though.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, and what's sad is those falls are funny as hell. Woo, that shit is. It's so they're hilarious. It's sad, but you decided to go up on the crates. You knew the shit's gonna fall. Everybody who does not know that you can bust your ass. So when you get up there, I'm laughing. When you bust your face, there was a white dude that this motherfucker busted his. I was laughing so hard. The falls are funny. They're very, very funny. You should not be doing it. I'm laughing. I'm not going to feel bad for you. Don't do it. I remember stacking crates when I was in college. I would stack maybe 2 or 3, and you to read something, you'd be like, that shit already was moving. I was like, shit. I'm like, goddamn. I used to stack crates at grocery store. I used to work at a grocery store in Chicago, so I was inventory. So I do the crates, the milk carton. I had to fill the dairy shit.
Still got crates in my garage right now with records.
Yeah, crates are what we use to move. Crates have been. I still got in storage in Queens. Crates, man. I'm glad DJs don't use vinyl anymore. They'd be mad at that motherfucker right now.
Let's move on to let's move on to some my fault, guys. Let's move on to what we talked about last time, Lord Jamar. Did you see the fight between Jake Paul and UFC fighter Tyron Woodley?
I saw highlights of it. I'm glad I didn't pay for that shit. It looked like some bullshit. You know, there was one moment in the 4th round where, you know, Tyron did a little something. I'm gonna be honest. I think these niggas is paying to not get fucked up. I think that these niggas. Shout out to Lou God. Thank you for your donation. He said anti-industry. Shout out to all the real hip hop brothers and sisters out there. Thank you, Lou God.
Salute.
I think they're paying motherfuckers to not knock them out and all this type of shit. Like, I don't see how this nigga Tyron Woodley, who's been in real UFC fights, like beating the shit out of people at other times, like you couldn't find a way to beat this nigga's ass like properly. He
lost by
like,
decision. Lost by decision. Lost by decision.
Man, that shit was some bullshit. Them niggas ain't that nice. And see, that's another psychological when you get into the psychologicals and subliminals. It's a little dangerous what these white boys is doing because they're challenging some of the best black athletes. What are they gonna do? They're gonna embolden regular white boys, you know what I mean, off the internet and make them feel like, yo, I could beat these niggers' asses. Like, you remember when white people just used to be terrified of black people? Like, they used to be terrified at one point. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously.
No doubt.
Like, a white girl would not talk back to a black girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most white boys would not get bold. Well, yeah, some of them would, but a lot of them wouldn't. And I'm just saying, like, with shit like this, it just makes it more and more like the Karens, you know, are Karens because they talking shit back to, you know what I mean, other black women and shit, and end up getting fucked up and all this kind of shit.
Getting their
and
hands
then you got people like these dudes, these Paul dudes that's making the young white boys feel like, oh man, yeah, I could fuck a black dude up. Like,
yeah, of course.
That's gonna be dangerous for a lot of them. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Now, did you hear that Jake Paul didn't have to take a drug test, but Tyron Woodley did? Did you hear that? That little fact?
No.
Jake Paul didn't. Yeah, Jake Paul didn't have to take a drug test, but Tyron Woodley did. And now they're talking. I just found out also that I didn't know this. Tyron Woodley, he's actually from St. Louis. And so now they're talking about having a rematch in St. Louis. So
did Jake Paul retire? Didn't he retire?
Jake Paul? I have no idea, but they're talking about doing a rematch because now, you remember the friendly bet they had? The loser's supposed to get
the other dudes? Comment. Hang on real quick. Your boy RU said they're using skilled fighters to put these unskilled YouTubers in positions they did not earn and do not deserve. People shouldn't support that hijack. Factoroni. Factoroni.
Real shit.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, speaking of losing, I don't know if he he was supposed to get a tattoo. The loser's supposed to get the tattoo of their opponent on their body. So I don't know if that happened.
What?
Talking about I love Jake Paul. Like, who's gonna do some retarded shit like that?
Fuck that.
I wouldn't even want you to put no shit like that on your body. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like that ain't nothing to be proud of. Yo, Godfrey God, I love Jamar. Lord Jamar on his fucking arm right here. Like, what the fuck?
Paul.
He lost the bet, and I made him get fucking, my name down his forearm. Like, The fuck kind of shit is that?
Pause.
Yeah, okay. Now, staying in the realm of sports, speaking of losing, now I don't know if you covered this, Lord Jamar. Sha'Carri Richardson comes in last place, 6th place in the Olympics after talking all that stuff to the Jamaicans. 9th place. That's even worse, Godfrey. Your take, guys.
She got smoked. And the Jamaican women have been a problem for American track team for years. When it was Mariotty Page and all of them, they have been smoking the Americans since the 80s and 90s. And Sha'Carri, I mean, I give her she's 21, you know, she's young, and she hadn't been running against sprinters like that. She had been running, you know, she didn't run against the Jamaicans.
Especially against Jamaica.
Godfrey, keep it real, man. Her attitude. Did you see the post-race interview when the 2 Jamaican girls walked behind?
Yeah, she was like this. Yo,
come on, man.
I'm the 6th fastest woman ever. Yeah, you were 9th fastest tonight. And she was like, it doesn't matter. People talking shit. But then she apologized again. She was like, I'm sorry, I was in the heat of the moment. But what she needs to do is humble herself, cut them damn nails, you know, and just
get a little more aerodynamic.
And the blonde weave, come on, that's holding you back when you're running.
Well, she was winning. She was winning with that shit, but then she ran into the ting-ling-a-ling, school bell ring, knife and fork, viper dumpling. But I think when Jamaicans run, they don't hear the regular gunshot. They hear booyakata. They hear the real fuck. They hear a different gunshot.
JMNYC, thank you. He said, yo, Godfrey, your bit on this on I in Godfrey We Trust had me in stitches. The Jamaican girl imitation made me spit.
Because they're like this. They're right. They go on your mark, get set, booyakasha. They go, where's Sha'Carri? Me not see her. Me not see her. Where is she? She's back there. She back there. I thought she was going to beat us. She's still back there. And then they cross the finish line. And they go, okay, here she come. Come. She coming. She coming. Here she come with the blonde ear.
She soon come.
She soon come. Man, and she got smoked in the 100. It wasn't like, like close. I thought she'd maybe like place like between 1 and 4. Even the other sprinters beat her. Everybody beat her. And I think that she didn't practice hard because of the controversy of her not being in the Olympics. So I give her a pass. This is one fucking race. This is one race.
Whoa, Godfrey. I saw this on social media where somebody said, when you lace up to do anything, sports, race, whatever, you're lacing up with the intention of knowing you're trying to win. So I don't want to hear that, Godfrey.
No, because those ladies are older than her. They have way more experience than her. You can get faster and get better. That's the truth. So we got to see what she's going to do in the next 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? It might be that you're just not as fast as them, or it might be you're young. Even Allison Felix, she shit on Allison Felix. Allison Felix, who's the most decorated sprinter, female sprinter ever in American history. In I think Olympic history, she gave her words of encouragement, and Sha'Carri shit on that, which is disrespectful as fuck.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even seen none of this shit. I don't even really know.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, Lord Jamar,
because I love track and field.
I don't even know. I be seeing her name, Sha'Carri Richardson or whatever. Wasn't she the one they tested with some weed or some shit like that?
Yeah, with the weed. And my thing is, I think that this is just my theory. I think she's hanging around a bunch of bum ass motherfuckers that are like, man, fuck that Sherry. She needs to get her shit in order if she's trying to be the best. And we're talking about supreme athletes. These are the top of the. This is top of the wire, top of the cream shit. You know, if you wanna swim like Michael Phelps, I'm not going to the recreational center to swim. I'm going to the aqua center to swim. Okay. You need to put that real time and that real focus in. Get your bum ass friends away from you. Get your humility and really bear down and get your team of coaches who they need to be fucking on her and go, we got to get our shit in order. Because in order to be a great sprinter, You got to start preparing now for all the races, that are going to happen, because she's going to be racing a bunch of races before there's other races. There's so many meets and track events that she's going to be. So she needs to be around people that are going to humble her and say, listen, enough with the shit talking in public. We need to have a little more humility, still have your pride, and still, her mom passed. I know this lady said, we know her mom passed, her biological mom passed. But either way, you know, you got to understand, a lot of people go through a lot of shit. I'm giving her a pass on these 2 races. Fuck it. She fucked up the Olympic. Fine. Now we move on. Okay? What you gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? Because time ain't gonna wait on you. And these Jamaican girls ain't gonna get worse. Okay? Because they going after Florence Griffin Joyner's record. The girl damn near broke that shit, 10.5. These people are running 10.5s and 10.6s, and she's running 11. She's running 10.8, and they running 10.6s and 10.5s. So in the sprint game, I was a track athlete, and that shit, and I knew when I was pretty fast, but there was motherfuckers faster than you. But even I had to bust my ass at practice just to come in 5th.
Lord Jamar,
you know?
And Lord Jamar, you concur, right? You don't keep up too much with it, but any last thoughts on Sha'Carri? Bragging about winning, and then she came in last. Some humble pie?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's karma, man. You gotta, it's what you put in is what you get out. Obviously, she put more into shit talking than to actually training.
Yeah,
and backing it up.
Now, I wanted to ask both of your gentlemen on the what's going on in the world with Afghanistan. You guys been keeping up? What's your take on Afghanistan? What happened?
Yeah. Afghanistan is not a new place of controversy. It's old. It's been around since, it's been going on 60, 70. When we were growing up, it was Afghanistan, Ayatollah, Shah of Iran. It was the same old, it's the same old suspects, man. I thought Taliban, I thought that shit was fucked up. Watching those people on the airplane fall, that shit is horrible. But this is not an uncommon story that happens in those areas. It's the same shit. Troops go out, come back together, get the troops. It's the same old war shit. Same old shit America's throwing at us. I didn't have an opinion on it. I kept my mouth shut because it's the same old shit. And
I asked Lord Jamar, where were ISIS and the Taliban all throughout this pandemic and the lockdown?
This is what first of all, way before the pandemic. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you didn't hear a lot about the Taliban and all that type of shit during Trump's presidency. Like, the Taliban was like 20-something years ago with 9/11 and all of that type of shit. And that shit kind of faded out. And it was like, where did all of that shit go? Then when you had it's like, but now that we were so-called on the tail end of this scam, whatever the fuck's going on, now they give you something else. You know what I mean? Something else to look at. Now they give you another distraction, something else that's confusing. And it's just like, we got to just stop falling. I don't even watch the news no more, to be honest.
Oh, me neither. I cut off regular.
I don't watch the news because every fucking 5 minutes is like, did you get the vaccine? Oh, you know you can get the vaccine, right? And then you get the vaccine. Man, the shit is, insane, bro. Talk about propaganda. Talk about trying to really just drill some shit into people's minds. Like, this is the craziest shit.
Cut your TV off, people. Cut your TV
just
off.
Turn that shit off, man.
Cut your TV off.
The radio too. Like, regular mainstream radio is horrible.
And your own folks that look like you are going, yo, you got to get, they're yelling at other people that aren't getting it. Like, really yelling at people. You know, DL Hughley's on a rampage. I'm like, what's going on with that? Wow. He's really going off.
That bag. Must have got that bag.
It must be.
Speaking of viruses and stuff, the baby, They made him take 9 HIV classes and speak to 9 HIV organizations to educate the baby.
Wow.
Apologize now. Come to these 9 HIV organizations. We're gonna educate you, the baby.
Wow.
And maybe we'll let you get your fucking sponsors back.
Damn.
And go on tour and all of that other bullshit.
Damn, he had to do that shit.
Yeah. And they said he humbled down. He humbled down and was very cooperative and attentive when they educated him on HIV.
Well, because he has a lot of shit to pay on his cars and shit. So he's like, yeah, let me go take this class.
So
yeah, I'm gonna take the
really
clay, man. I take the clay, man. I'm sorry.
Are they really acting like it's the HIV thing that they're mad that he said? Because really they're mad that he said, if you ain't suck a dick in the parking lot before you got here, put your phone lighters in the air. That's what they mad about. But they don't want to act like they mad about that. So they're gonna act like, oh, you know, it's the HIV part. Y'all mad that he looked down on some shit that you might have done before you went to the show. Okay. Some of them niggas might have done. And they're saying, what's wrong with that?
So did the baby sell out? Do you think the baby sold out?
No.
Sell out? No. I mean,
no.
Not by him going to them things.
Shit to lose.
A political move. You know what I mean? He's getting now. If selling out would be him, you know,
well, retracting his statements and apologizing.
Lil Nas X and tongue kissing him at the end. That's selling out. That would be
yeah. He has it's political. He has shit to lose and he don't want to lose it. And he has no other choice unless somebody has another solution. You can't say it's selling out. Okay,
wait, hang on. Is it a degree? If we really keep it 100, is it a degree of selling out? I'm gonna say, would he have done it? Would he have done it if it wasn't for the threat of money and all of that type of shit? You see what I'm saying? Because to me, selling out is when money makes you do a certain thing. Like, you know what I mean? That you wouldn't normally do. You know what I mean? So would you normally go to 9 different HIV places? Like, wouldn't you feel like, I think I got it at the first one. I'm telling you, they were pretty thorough at the first one. No, you need 8 more. Like, I don't know if you would have did that on your own. Like,
my thing is this. He's in every class going, HIV is bad. Class 2. HIV is really bad. Class 3. HIV is
really bad.
But my thing is, he has to do it. He probably got with his team. They're like, listen, man, just fucking do it, because we don't know what's going on.
Godfrey, is that not the definition of selling out for the bag?
No, because listen, what if the baby goes, we don't know, he could be like building a fucking recreational center for some kids in his neighborhood, and he goes, if I fuck this up, I'm not going to get the money for this recreational center. We don't know. I'm just saying, we don't know. So if the sellout would be, he's going to
buy another Patek, iced out Patek.
No, if the sellout shit would be, if after he does this, which he's going to do it because he wants to continue to be iced out and all this. What will he do after that? Is he going to do some sucker shit like Jamar said? Is he going, hey, everybody, I just want to let you know, I'm just collaborating with my man, Lil Nas X, man. Lil Nas X, we're going to do something. It's going to be dope. It's going to be the baby X, baby. It's going to be, then you go, okay, he sold out. It's his next actions after this. This is fucked up, but he got to do it. If the fact that obviously he ain't running his own shit, because he wouldn't have to do that if he wasn't running. Like Boozy.
Godfrey, speaking of running his own, okay, so he was supposed to headline Lollapalooza in Chicago, and they canceled him, right? So Boozy has his own festival now called Boozy Bash that he's put on and sold out. That was one of the baby's biggest shows in the crowd. It wasn't like the regular festival. It was nothing but original people in the crowd rocking out with him that showed that cancel culture was fake.
And
Boozy's got his own festival.
And Lil Boozy even said it on Breakfast Club, which is a fantastic interview. And they're asking, you know, they're talking about the LGBT and all this. And he said, Lil Boozy said, I say what I want, man. I say what I want because Lil Boozy, I pay myself. I pay my motherfucking self, man. I say what I want. Because that money mine. That money mine. I ain't got to answer to nobody, man. That's my opinion, man. Because the Breakfast Club was kind of attacking him. They were trying to corner him. You know.
They brought that Hishi out there. No,
but that's my homie. That's the Flame. But Flame was on Boozy's side. Said he has the right to his own opinion. The LGBTQ, they don't even like Flame because Flame keeps it 100. Flame says, I'm not caught up in all this pronoun shit. I'm a trans woman. I still have my genitals. I have breasts, blah, blah, blah. But I take care of my children as a man. So he goes, I call myself he, she, we. I don't care what you call me. And the LGB, they're getting mad at him. He's an old school transgender when it was more dangerous. I know Flame because he used to do open mics with me in Chicago and Corey Holcomb. He's from Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
But the question was the setup. They knew Boozy was coming to the Breakfast Club to interview him.
Yeah, but they would.
What is he doing here?
Boozy, no, I think they all knew because I don't know. I thought they all knew they were coming together to talk about it because Boozy stood his ground though. Right. And because Boozy was able to go, I pay me. I'm not being run by these motherfuckers, man. It's my money. It's my money. So I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stand by what I stand. They said, would you go to a wedding if your daughter married a woman? He goes, no, I ain't going, man. Because my legacy, I don't want that for my legacy, man. I don't want it, man. But I love her, but I'm not showing up to the wedding because I don't want that to continue. I mean, you can't get mad at his opinion. You can't get mad at his life. He said, you can't tell me what the fuck to do. I'm going to do what the fuck I do. It doesn't mean I hate gays. He goes, I got gay people at my shows. They're at my shows. I don't care. But what's wrong with me running my life the way the fuck I want it? It's almost like you trying to tell me I need to run it the way you run it. Nah. That's
Lord
all.
Jamar,
I mean, they were trying to back him up. And then
did you have a chance to see that interview? Lord Jamar was classic.
You got to see it.
If you haven't, check. When you get a chance, check it out. It was a good interview, and it was good viewpoints.
They asked,
now,
well, what about this? You know, Charlamagne go, but Boozy. But what about the strippers? What about when the strippers, when they're dancing with each other? You know, like he goes, hey man, don't fuck with my strippers. Don't fuck with my strippers. I need my strippers.
I just want to say real quick, there's different degrees of everything, and there's lighter degrees and there's more severe degrees. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why there's levels in crimes. There's first degree, second degree, all of that. So I'm gonna say that what the baby did was a light degree of selling out. Yeah, it was. Okay. Because I don't think he would naturally want to be doing that. He would have just wanted to apologize if he even wanted to do that. And then keep it moving. Like all of this extra shit, I got to go to 9 different spots. Like, and the fact that you're jumping through those hoops for them because of money. You see what I'm saying? You're only doing it because of money. Money is the only motivation that got you doing. If it wasn't for the risk of losing money, he wouldn't be doing that shit. So yeah, it is a form of selling out, but not a severe form. But
Godfrey, get your ashy knuckles off the screen, Godfrey.
Nonetheless,
ashy knucks.
Looking like you scraping them things on the ground outside.
Ashy knucks. All right, Lord Jamar, I got 2 more for you. We can ashy knucks.
No, they not that bad. I remember. Rest in peace, fact checker Rage boy. That boy had his hands on the camera one day. I said, "Goodness gracious!"
He was punching powdered donuts.
Gracious, Rage. Have you been punching cocaine bags? What are you doing?
Wow.
What the hell? Them ashy knuckles, you better fucking dip your hands in palm olive or some shit. What the fuck? Remember the palm olive challenge back in the day?
Palm olive, hell yeah.
Uh-huh. Keep your hands soft and smooth while you
palm
do the dishes.
olive. The green bottle. The green.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
I
We
got a
about
couple
to finish.
more for
We're
you.
gonna wrap it up.
Lord Jamar, a couple more. We wrap it up. Did you hear about your beloved New York Mets, Lord Jamar?
I'm a Yankee fan, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Hey, hang on. Let's see that Browns bomber shirt again. Yeah, there we go. No, we're gonna give you a solo. Blah 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 bling.
Watch your mouth with that Mets shit, son. Fuck out of here.
Bronx Bombers, baby.
Watch your mouth with that Mets shit,
Bronx Bombers, baby. What happened with the meatheads?
So with their sports organization, this happened a couple days ago. New York Mets GM Zach Scott got busted for DUI, and he fell asleep behind the wheel. Okay, White Plains, New York police found the Mets exec conked out in his 2018 Toyota Highlander like this. And he pleads not guilty.
Now, what I find quite interesting about that, he's the what?
He is the he is an exec. He is the GM, New York Mets
GM of the New York Mets, and he drives a 2018 Toyota Highlander.
Yes, Zach Scott.
Let that be a fucking lesson to you. You see how the white boys do it, right? This white boy, who is the GM, money. Like the GM has money. Like, make no mistake about it. That's a multi-millionaire who they found conked out at the wheel.
Interim. He's kind of like the interim GM right now.
I don't give a fuck. He got that interim money. Trust me. He got enough money to be driving something flyer than a 2018 Toyota Highlander. Okay, but you got these white boys that'll put the money where it really needs to be, like in land and different, different investments that mean something, not stupid shit like niggas will take their money and buy. And most of them rich motherfuckers, none of them own those cars. They don't own their shit. They lease it all.
Right.
You dumb motherfuckers talking about, oh, I own the shit, as if that makes you, more special. I don't lease the shit. I own it. Like, you dumb motherfuckers. Meanwhile, all these rich motherfuckers, Warren Buffett, all them type of niggas lease their shit because that's they're using their credit and all of that type of shit. Like,
right.
And we're telling people all the wrong shit. Buy the car. Don't use credit. Like, fuck that. That's all the shit that rich people use. That's how the rich people get down. You better look at what the fuck they do. And they'll drive a bullshit car, wearing bullshit sneakers and all of that. I don't give a fuck about no Yeezys and all that stupid shit. You know what I mean? But then they got generational wealth and all of that type of shit. Hey, you'll never see a picture of these niggas doing that dumb shit with the money up their arm and all of that type of shit.
True.
All right, come on, man.
Facts. All right, I'm going to wrap it up with some good news here. Did you hear about what happened with Elijah McClain? Remember him?
Yes. Guys? Those guys are going to rot in hell. Those motherfuckers.
No, what happened? Remind me. Who's Elijah McClain? What happened?
From 2019, where the Aurora, Colorado cops said he looked suspicious. And they put a move on him to subdue him, and then he started passing out. And then here comes the fire engine medics. They did manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide findings sent to a grand jury this past January. The medics administered a lethal dose of ketamine after he passed out during the struggle with the police. So they gave him a lethal dose.
They just killed him. They just offed him.
Yeah.
He was a little kid, skinny little black kid that would go to the shelters for animals and play the violin for them. I fucking hate these cops that did that to him. I hope they rot in hell. I hope they're fucking everything they're about rots in hell. Fuck you. And I'm glad you got indicted, you bitches. Fuck you. That kid did not deserve that shit. He was a little skinny and he had a little problem. Like, he was like a little bit, not slow, but he was just, dude, this shit is so heartbreaking, man. It's so heartbreaking. These people are devils. I want them to rot in hell forever. Everything you got, I want you to lose it. Fuck them. Fuck them for that. Fuck them for that. Fuck them for that.
Fuck
and
them.
I hope you guys slow, you motherfuckers. This shit, I'm tear up every time I see the kid's face. It's so sad. Yo, if you watch video on this kid, he's playing for animals in shelters. He's a violinist. And they said he looks suspicious. And he's just walking home and they're choking him. He goes, I have a problem. He took a medicine for his breathing problem. And they killed him. I hope these motherfuckers, I swear on my life, I don't wish that shit on anybody, but I'm so tired of this evil that these motherfuckers bring to us that we don't deserve. Killing people's daughters and sons and shit, and then you get to go to sleep, motherfucker. You ain't.
I have a feeling you wish these cops ball cancer.
I hope they get everything they deserve on every evil plane. Fuck them.
Just testicular ball cancer.
I hope you do, you motherfucker. I hope you get set on fire. All of them. Fuck them. Though I'm talking about those specific ones. I'm not talking about every policeman. I'm not talking about every fireman. I'm talking about the specific ones that got indicted. Fuck them. Real slow.
So what happened, Lord Jamar? This happened in 2019 before the George Floyd incident, where he got stopped by the police.
Shit, man.
They subdued him. And when he got knocked out, they found out that he didn't even pass away from the police. Is when the medics came and they gave him that lethal dose.
Oh my God! The guy was $150. He was a buck. He weighed 100. You got to see the picture of the kid, man. I don't know.
Gave him a lethal injection, huh?
Yep.
Just like they're doing right now. Lethal injection, y'all. Stay away from the lethal injection.
Yep.
Your mic is off, Godfrey. Your mic went off.
This fucking phone call.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right, wrapping up.
You talk about safe-looking Negro. That boy, that you already can tell. You know who looks crazy and who don't. Stop it.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. But you know what? That indictment, when they
this the criteria. This the criteria.
Yeah, and I'm glad the kid that shot those kids in the fucking church, you going down too, you fucking bitch. You going down too, and I hope they take you to Burger King before they fry your punk ass. Fuck him too. He's going down. He's
take his bitch ass to White Castles.
Yeah, take him to Chick-fil-A, fucker.
So had a fucking shits when he gets downtown. He'll have to fucking shit on himself, or be farting so bad in the fucking tombs everybody want to beat his fucking ass.
Word.
Yeah, I'd give him White Castles. About 10 sliders, 10 beef sliders.
Yeah, put some fucking laxatives in that sandwich.
Oh, it's already in there. Trust me. White Castle's got laxatives in that motherfucker. Guaranteed.
Right on.
All right, guys, real quick. Both of you guys are Goliaths in your game. Tell the people what you got coming up, any upcoming projects. I know, Lord Jamar, you're going to have a show. Tell the people about that. And then Godfrey, I want you to finish off something about you and Snoop Dogg smoking or something. I don't know what you got going on, man. Tell the people what you guys got.
Voice slowed down. You said, so tell me, Godfrey, you guys are Goliaths.
Okay. That didn't happen for me, but well, basically, shit. I don't know. I just put up a flyer for a show that we have October 23rd in Bethesda, Maryland, at the I forget the name of it, Blues and Jazz Club or some shit like that.
Nice. DC metro area. Nice.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope. It's us and Smith and Wesson.
Okay.
So yeah. What's it? Let's see.
And when is that?
Bethesda Blues Jazz.
When's that?
That's October 23rd. October 23rd.
Dope. Godfrey, what you got going on, man? We know you wilding out, and I saw something on your gram with you and Snoop.
Well, I was just trying to smoke weed with Snoop. He had this fucking. He had two blunts. He had 2 blunts. I was at his compound because I'm doing his new show. It's called Dumbest Criminals with Snoop Dogg, and I did his interview show. And I was there before we started shooting. He had 2 blunts. He had one in his cup, and a cup. I said, "Hey, what's that?" I go, "Let me smoke that one." He goes, "Oh, you want to go down that street, huh?" I was like, so he didn't say what it was, what kind of strain. He goes, "Oh, you want to go down that street, huh?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And what
street you talking about?
He's like, "You sure you want to go down
Sesame Street?"
He goes, "You sure you want to go down that street?" I say, "Hell yeah!" I said, and then I smoked it. Right,
that shit
came out my nose. My nose snotted. I said, "You took me down a dark alley."
Yeah, I see that.
And that wasn't fake neither. It was like, boom, yeah. You see, Jamar would have been fine with it. Like, boom, that ain't shit. That ain't shit.
I've smoked with Snoop before.
Yeah, that ain't shit. Me, you guys are lungs look like trees, probably. Man, I was like, boom. But what I'm doing this week is Philadelphia. I'm at the what's it called? The Philadelphia Punchline tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Philadelphia Punchline, September 3rd to the 5th this week. Everybody asking me, where you gonna be in Philly? And I try to tell people, y'all need to come to my shows. Quit fucking around. Come through.
His phone must be ringing.
Can you guys hear
Godfrey?
Yeah, we hear you now.
I'm talking about as far as stand-up, you need to be coming to my shows. Boom. I'm 100 thorough. Fuck the bullshit. This week, fucking Philadelphia Punchline, and it's not flooded. You can come through, get tickets right now. And then next week, I'm in Sacramento, California at the Punchline in Sacramento, the 9th through the 11th. September 9th through the 11th, Sacramento Punchline. Then Birmingham, Alabama, Stardome, Birmingham, Alabama. I'm sure we'll do another one of these before, but September 17th to the 19th is Birmingham,
that's my birthday,
Alabama,
September 17th.
Oh.
It is Virgo season, y'all. Shout out to all the Virgos.
Yeah, keep watching that
day.
Keep watching Wildin' Out. Wildin' Out right now. Wildin' Out.
Yes, check out the God on Wildin' Out. Yo, peace to my man 1159. Shit, we got another single coming out. It's called 94 Crime Bill.
Salute.
This shit is ill. Man, this boy is a lyrical fucking genius. And
nice.
I'm happy to be just providing, the soundtrack for him to do some things on. So we getting ready to put out another single. We had the Bay of Pigs before, and now we come up with 94 Crime Bill. So get ready. Yes, sir. That is coming really soon. Getting ready to get that master, get the artwork done, and bring that to the people. So look out for that too.
Nice.
All right, y'all. I think we about done, man. I appreciate everybody that came through, everybody on the super chat. We appreciate y'all. If you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com/Yanadameen. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and keep rocking with the gods. That's how we do. Once again, for the Godcast, I am Lord Jamar. What's your name, sir?
Artie Stacks.
What's your name?
Artie Stacks.
Okay, and who are you up there?
I'm Godfrey.
Hey!